John Titer? How are you supposed to say that? Now, I don't know whether you've heard of this guy, but he's part of another urban legend. One concerning time travel using a time machine that was, I think, strapped to the back of a car. It wasn't a remodeled car. It was strapped. It was strapped to one or something like that. I wonder if any of these ships are looking for work. I guess not. Kind of a shame. I could use a couple of more ships. Better ships? The last mission was, well, it just didn't go very well, that's all. Anyway, this John Titer, he claimed to be from the future. He went back to the past into 1975. Well, I mean, it was all a big hoax, of course, but a fascinating hoax. There was an anime based off. Actually, no, there was a visual novel based off of it in Japan called Steins Gate, and there was an anime based off the visual novel. Still, it's not more pronounceable than whatever the ship was named before. Something started with D. I don't know whether you can rename the freighters in your crew, but even if you could, I'd let them keep their original names. So I'm gonna hire me an exocraft technician. I haven't really done much with exocrafts. I don't know how much I'm gonna do, but I suppose it's worth exploring. So this guy's hanging out in the same place as my overseer. Ah, here he is. Officer.
I demand a place on your throne world, interloper. Acceptance will grant you the glory of an exocraft and a Viking mech priest to administer its masts. Pray only that you have an exocraft terminal sufficient for my skills. Refusal will result in my inevitable extermination. Be quick.
I wonder if there's somebody watching. The technician seeks work, claiming they will be able to build and upgrade exocraft for my travels. Well, sure, I need one.
You are weak and unworthy of my skills, but I have no choice. I will flee to your vile world. I will become an interloper.
I don't know how to reply to that. I mean, you said you'd get killed if I didn't hire you, and yet, now that I have... Oh, gee. Alright, so getting back to my base is a short trip away through a portal. What do I have here? Oh, I never did, there's a couple of things I've been neglecting here. I got 8 shards of sentinel glass. I ate a tick. I didn't know I could warp here. And why are these Atlas icons here? You see those things? I don't know, but before I forget, I'm gonna see if I can send the crew of my one freighter on another mission. What do we got here? Oh, combat. I don't know. The last trade expedition, that was 2 units of difficulty out of 5. It didn't exactly go well. I mean, I got like 2 Korvax convergence cubes out of it. Can I? No, I can't. Okay, so I was hoping to get me a mind control device to avoid such, well, such things in the future, but I need a solar mirror for that. Did I just teleport myself down to... Oh, it goes down to your ship, I think. Yeah, that's it over there. I'm still getting used to these freighters, so if I were to step through again... Yeah, I'd be back at my bridge. Wait a minute. There's 2 of these. Where'd the other one go? Okay, forget I said anything about that. I guess one's the send pad, one's the receive pad? I don't know. Oh, well. How am I supposed to refuel these? I need to give my my one ship some fuel. I don't know how much they have on them right now. I never did get around to... Was it just back home? Nothing in that direction. What's up here? I'm wondering because I was able to use a portal and get here, but I wasn't. Then theoretically I should be able to get back the same way, right? Well, this guy's got no answers for me. This is just some kind of an upper deck. No idea what it does. This place is also back. So the doors on either side. Just go back to the bay. Or what's that? The same door. Never mind. Alright. See if I can't map this place out using... You know that trick you use for mazes? You stick your hand on the wall. Oh, so that's how you... Wait a minute. Oh, no, this is... Hermetic seal. I don't have one of those. But if I did... I'd be able to... Huh. And I can actually rename the vessel. I'm just not gonna... I'm just going to let him keep his name. That's a fleet command center. I have 2 of these by accident, but actually I seem to have 3. I don't know how I got the other 2. I built 1, but apparently having multiple of them is not a bad thing. because each one of them manages a separate mission. Specific cargo hold. So apparently there isn't a portal. But I wonder, could there be one in theory? Like, could I build one? I know, you want me to cut to the chase. But right now, I was going to resolve this whole freighter thing first. Instructions. These are galactic trade rooms. Interesting. Construction specialist for specialist fleet command. I already got one. Agricultural cultivation chamber. Interesting. I could bring my entire crew up here. Theoretically. Finer room. Storage room. There's nothing here where I can put in a portal. But I need a portal. I suppose I also need to make some more room in this in this freighter. I suppose the corridors are going to meander a bit. Maybe? If I make too many of these corridors, I wonder... Yeah, I'm still figuring this thing out. Maybe I'll stick one right here. And that's a way into... conference room. I'm going to stick another one right here. And right here. Right here. And that's enough for some rooms. I can put a couple, like, down this row, including, let me see. I'm going to throw together a couple of... Do I have car? Yes, I do, apparently. Alright, good to know. Throw together a couple of microprocessors and build me a nice galactic trade room. Let's see, where can I put this thing? I want to make it right next door to the... Yeah, right next door to the conference room. There we go. That's my galactic trade room. And, what else do I want right now? I already have a fleet command room. What's it going to do? But I need Fecium for a cultivation chamber. Finery room. Yeah, that's it. And that needs some dihydrogen jelly. Simple enough. There's a window here. And there. Get out of these. Yeah, this is a large refiner for my ship. If there was only possible to put a portal down in here, then I'd put a portal down in here and be able to actually teleport back home. I'm wondering, can I do that? If I can't build a portal room, is the only way to get back home by spaceship? I mean, I should hope not, but probably the case. depressingly. I'm gonna have guests. Well, welcome aboard, folks. I can't exactly... I don't know what you guys are doing hanging around here, but, whatever. Your CO is about to do some exocraft stuff, so... He'd like very much to have a solar mirror so he can build a nice mind control device, and hopefully that'll assist on the next trade mission, because last one didn't go so well. I mean, it wasn't bad, but I wouldn't exactly consider selling several items at a small loss, which is a nice euphemism, to be a success. Yeah, Korvax convergence cubes out of it. I'll bet you should have at least broken even. Guess I'll have a word of Murder 6 with that one freighter CO about that. But that's not for that. I'm gonna go talk to my exocraft technician, who should also be keeping the farmer company. He's been hanging around alone for way too long. Officer Eggsy, I guess, has calmed since I last saw them, though I feel a sense of dread within their eyes, of the paranoia that is sending them across the stars. Hello.
Interloper, I will do as promised. Build a geobay from the schematic, and my exocraft shall be yours, unworthy though you may be. You
build a geobay? I thought I already built one of those.
Now, excuse me, I must ensure this location is defensible should my people try to find me.
One of your people is downstairs. He's my weapons technician. The technician asked me to construct a roamer geobay from which I will be able to access their exocraft. Well,
alright. Draw. Of course, this bargaining greatly favors you, interloper. My exocraft has seen much glory.
I need paraffinium. I already built one of these. Oh, and it looks like it recognizes that too. Okay, but it's still a bit of a concern because it requires paraffinium. I don't have any. Unless there's some in here. Let's see. Salvage glass. Identified. Oh, magnetic resonator. I forget why I needed that, but I needed it. Don't know. Keen effigy, etc., etc. Oh, these are weapon shards. Have I installed any of these on my yeah, I've installed 2. Okay, I'm gonna put a couple more in. I'll max out my capability of Sentinel weapon shards, but Sentinel upgrades are very valuable. Which reminds me. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so yeah, I need to start selling Sentinel exosuit fragments. And I'm running down on silver, and I probably. Oh, I don't need to consolidate my quantum computer. Whatever. Let me in. G. Exosuit fragments, hydraulic wiring. Oh, and that's where that quantum computer came from. Okay, so another thing I'm going to do is install the exocraft engine module right here. There's a positron module. I think there's more stuff in here too, but I'd rather do this on the technicians, on my exocraft technicians' terms than on my own. Otherwise, I think this will get kind of confusing. So, as you know, I have already put in an exocraft geobay was part of the base building mission. So I started there. Interloper, have you constructed the rumored Geobay? Grah! Tell me once you have, we must scan this world and must find its signals and secrets. I think I did some of that, but whatever. Confirm. Good. Here is a blueprint for an exocraft radar. This augmentation will allow you to discover buildings and signals from afar. But Interloper, know that it disgusts me that you lack so much knowledge. My impression of you is starting to fall apart. So, I need chromatic metal and carbon. Do not delay until you have the meetings now set about the construction of the signal booster. I don't know how I feel about this, warrior. I do not know whether I have made a mistake. But there's nothing to be done. Viking has honored their word, I will honor mine. Viking asked me to well, yeah. Alright. Where's my refiner room? Didn't I put it? Yeah, down here. Alright, so I've only got like 10 carbon. Okay, that's not much carbon. I don't know whether I should cut down trees for that. I mean, there's no trees here, but doesn't not cut them down. One microprocessor. The chromatic metal installed. Alright, officer, I'll come quietly. I mean, I installed the radar thing. I'm gonna switch missions again. Here we go. Once we have the exocraft radar, we can map this planet. I already did that for my freighter, but whatever. Are you ready to hear for what happens next? Officer Isky waits, expecting you to announce my success in the construction of exocraft radar. Here. Nothing to hand in, but whatever. Your timing is fortuitous, traveler. Take these blueprints. Mounted cannon. Oh, it needs copper. I don't think anything needs copper. In your absence, I have made a grave discovery. There are sentinel depots on this world. Grah. They are everywhere, even in this last refuge. Track one down, traveler. Destroy the depot and bring me its precious contents for use in my work. So Officer Isky requires me to use my exocraft radar to locate a depot and steal the material from within. They will use this substance to create an exocraft boosters. Hurry, Interloper, do not permit the sentinels to pollute your world. You know, you really ought to talk to the last guy. The last Viking Is it telling me to return this to the technician, or... Huh. Fascinating. I don't remember doing this, but I did get some. Advanced materials from. Where were they? Oh yeah, this stuff. And the fact that I have it seems to have completed the mission anyway. So hints that any raid on a depot won't be recognized. You know, I have some limium I got from a sentinel shard. Apparently that counts. Have you obtained the materials I seek, Interloper? A divine element, it's forged from the sentinels themselves. They will shield it from their sight. Well, you want 100 gold. I got gold from asteroids and metal fingers, quote-unquote fingers. So I already got gold. No radar on a depot necessary. Here you go. 100. Good. I shall use it to forge exocraft boosters for future expeditions. Need more carbon. None of us lives life alone, traveler. All of us form attachments, and I must shed the last vestiges of mine. I left my consort and spawned behind my homeworld. My crimes were my own, but I must know what happened to them.
They have sent me an encrypted transmission. You will use exocraft boosters to reach it before my brethren inevitably delete it. In the process, we can pull mining laser technology from the network. We got two geck with one blast. Officer Axke requires me to use my exocraft boosters to reach the terminal quickly enough. I haven't built those yet to receive an encrypted transmission. They believe we may also acquire an exocraft mining laser blueprint from the Viking network. Look, you just gave me those blueprints now. I don't know what to say. I'll accept it, but be vigilant, be quick. I require this message. I must know what happened to those I left behind. Alright, so I'm beginning to wonder, just to reach the terminal, do I have like a time limit for this? Ugh, okay, I don't know, maybe I can hack this somehow. You see, I'd like some time to build this stuff, and then I'd like to be able to switch when I'm ready. Over to the mission when I've built all the stuff that I need to finish it. I don't have any of that right now. Let me see, do I have any yet? Okay, I have an exocraft boost module. I'll install it right here. I have a couple of things I can add just in case. Grip suspension, grip boost suspension. That's why I need so many wiring loops. Slide suspension. That formula isn't pinned anymore. Okay. And then, what do I need for the mounted cannon? Oh, red and copper, and I don't have it. Alright, well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hop on board my roamer, and then select the mission, reach the terminal, wherever it is. It's over here. 11 minutes and 30 odd seconds? You don't expect me to drive all this distance, do you? This is too far away for a mere exocraft. So I'm going to instead, I know it's not exactly proper, but I'm going to take the Eldridge over here. Because 11 minutes and however many seconds is a little too far. I guess it's implied that you have to take the exocraft there, but I wonder, is it mandatory? I'm also kind of curious how much time I have left on this mission. And I'm also kind of curious if the timer started when I received it, or if it started when I selected the... Oh, really? Okay, so apparently I got 12 minutes and change left, which I didn't really expect. I guess I was, quote-unquote, supposed to take the exocraft there.
And I could have, but I didn't know it at the time. I thought I had like 2 minutes or something. Well, whatever. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Excuse me a minute. Here we are. Viking High Command. Loading transmission, decrypting substance frequency error interception. Witness the price of your heresy, fugitive of the Viking. Know that there is no sky in which we cannot find you, no system to which you might flee unscathed. Hide then in the depths of this galaxy, for we are patient. Know that your spawn whipped like mewling Gek as we cut them down, that we killed your consort as they fled, leaving the others behind to suffer. Where shall you ever find peace knowing these things? The message is not what I expected. The technician told me to retrieve a transmission from their family, but this, I must return to decide what to do. Before the transmission closes, I pull the exocraft mining laser blueprint from the network. It requires life support gel. I don't know what to tell this guy. My exocraft is out of range. I can't install anything in there, but... And I already visited this one... Where? So I guess talking to him again won't really get me anywhere. I don't know how to feel about that. On the one hand, talking to these will improve things. On the other hand, not necessarily. I've seen these things go wrong before. I'm gonna tell this guy.
My preparations are almost complete. Soon I will purge myself of the old life, of my old attachments, to commit fully to what I must become. But even if I remember nothing, I must know. I must know, traveler. Have you received the transmission? Well, they are frenzied at my approach, excited. Whatever this transmission might contain, whatever system it has been sent from, it would seem to matter a great deal to the Viking. Well, I'm not going to lie to him. I have. The technician tells me that they are going to clean their mind to prepare for their holy task. Before they remove all other thoughts, they wish to know what happened to their family. This is not going to be easy. I must know, traveler. Tell me what my consort said. Tell me of my spawn, please. I have waited for so long. The technician was expecting to intercept a message from their consort and spawn, but instead discovered that their family had been killed, murdered by other Viking in retaliation for their heresy. As they stand before me, expectant and nervous, I don't know whether to tell the truth. Well, to be honest, it's never a good idea to lie to people about stuff like this. Even if you think you're protecting them, you really aren't. So I'm going to tell them the truth. Wish I had an honor guard with me. They, you know, what they use for, like, military personnel killed in action. Leave me, traveler. We Viking prepare for our death our whole lives, but this, who am I now? Who I am now will die with them, lost in the obliteration of time and memory. Thank you, friend, for what you have done. When we next speak, I will be reborn. Well, yeah, I suppose he. That's interesting. I think with the science officer, I had to wait for a while in some cases. Here, I guess I can come back to him immediately. I am reborn without attachment. I can focus now, focused on what I must do. Maybe it's because I installed them all that one part, I guess. You will require a mining beam in the days to come. Construct one, and I will craft you a nomad exocraft, benefiting an accolade of Nal. Their face is different, beneath the eyes, beneath the soul. They have changed irrevocably. Where once they would insult me with meaningless threats, now they speak only of a singular purpose. Where once they would be capable of happiness or grief, now they only care about their cult, about their supposed purpose. The technician asked me to build an exocraft mining laser, promising to craft me the blueprint for a new exocraft, the Nomad. Well, sure. Alright. The world will change. It must. It has to, traveler, or else everything we have done, it will have been for nothing at all.
I think I put that in, actually. Yeah, I did. I think I anticipated this too. So, back I go to tell him I already built the thing.
Have you built the mining laser? I hope you enjoy working with Viking technology. Nothing refines the design of a machine like using it in combat, even if that combat is against the Earth.
Well, yeah, it's here. And there's a Nomad Geobay. Underground parking facility for the Nomad Line. Exocraft.
Excellent work. Your exocraft mining laser should be powerful enough to extract even magnetized ferrite from this planet. Witness the art of the mech priest that can create such marvels. Draw! This universe is a mystery, traveler. Lives are spent in solving it. We shall do our part.
The technician needs me to gather magnetized ferrite, a hyperdense mineral that must be refined. My life would be made easier with the exocraft mining laser, able to harvest pure ferrite from large deposits. The technician will use this to craft an upgrade for my exocraft radar. Well, except
they say the Viking first rose to the stars in ships crafted from pure magnetized ferrite. Who knows what we will accomplish?
So, do I have enough magnetized ferrite? Apparently I do. Yeah, I harvested some from another planet in this system because I was anticipating building more rooms onto the space, and some of those needed magnetized ferrite. But since I already have this stuff on me, here you go.
Have you brought the magnetized ferrite, traveler? The signals are out there. I know they are. All you need is a signal booster capable of detecting them.
Here you go. I give the technician the ferrite they requested. As I work with it, I examine their station. It is barren now, lacking the flaws and the personality of their previous equipment. I can't help but miss the way they were before, for all this newfound efficiency and focus. The flaw of their individuality forever gone, drowned within their great purpose.
Take this signal booster, upgrade it. When it is constructed, I have something else for you, compensation for your work. I have been analyzing your exocraft telemetry, you see. It seems that my previous incarnation did not even provide you with the most basic exocraft weapon upgrades. Gra, forgive the Viking that I was, Acolyte. It is not polite to withhold firepower.
The technician requires me to craft an upgrade to my signal booster, promising me upgrades to my weapon systems. Well, sure.
Your technology multiplies. Soon, exocraft will be the envy of all that you encounter. Go, traveler, build your upgrades. I will continue my great work.
Okay, finally can catch a break here. Yeah, I know it's suddenly night for some reason. That's because my computer, or the game crashed, for some unknown reason, and I had to restart. And then there are a couple of things I have to craft here. Let's see. A couple of microprocessors. Oh, and an ion battery. How do I fix for cobalt? I am out of it. Well, before I head out to find a cave, I'm going to take some of the rusted metal I've got and refine it here. I suppose I do have to get it. get started on researching more construction blueprints. Where am I going to put this thing? There are like no flat spaces, especially not after that sentinel raid. Still a little miffed at that one technician of mine about that. Maybe if I made a flatter space out of this. A flatter space that doesn't have an echina cactus in it, for example. Now then, this nomad still needs cobalt, and I still need to find a cave for cobalt. I wonder, are there any around? Well, let me just hop aboard my current exocraft, do a little exploring. Maybe on the way I can find some more copper. Oh yeah, see when I hold down shift here like this. Oh snap. Okay, so I'm in a cave. My exocraft is stranded down here for now. But since I didn't really go that far, I can probably use the summoning, what do you call it? It's right there? Oh. Sounds like cobalt is an endangered mineral. It's not that scarce, you know. Ah, geode. These usually contain more of whatever element they were harvested from in the first place. So let me see. I'll install the radar amplifier, but I still need more of the stuff. And to do that, I'd like to get away from that sentinel. If I don't want to have him constantly over my shoulder, watching me, making sure I don't take any of his precious materials. Since the sentinel's out of sight right now, I need to dig out some cobalt from this cave. Then I need to go back home. I'll probably walk back and then summon the exocraft. Or there's another alternative to this. An experiment I'd like to conduct involving summoning vehicles. You know, I always use more cave marrow bulbs. Sometimes they're... Now this gives you silver. I suppose I need that too. I was building rooms on my freighter earlier. Those need silver, and I have much less silver than I have gold because of, well, the fingers probably. Sounds like I had to raid a depot to get my hands on it. Wink. Okay. Another geode. Cave marrow. Which way's out of here? For a second I thought I was gonna get trapped in those caves again. You know how from time to time I seem to get trapped in caves, incapable of finding my way out, or finding whatever it is I'm looking for in the cave. You know, my exocraft can't climb this, can it? Move my jetpack to recharge and then get out of this cave. And then, oh wait, it's X, F, and one of these, here we go. Yeah, I can just sort of plunk this thing right down and drive back home. This is such an unwieldy vehicle, you know, it crash into this and that, everything else. I doubt the Sentinels are all that pleased with me for doing that. Did I really? Build the Nomad Geobay. I expect I'm going to be required to use that one next. So we need 2 ion batteries, 2 more metal plates. 1, 2, and 1, 2. And there, now all I gotta do is plunk it down somewhere. How about here? Presto. But I think I'm more or less out of paraffinium. I'll have to go back, I'll have to go to a planet that has some. Maybe put an outpost there. Alright. Graw, the blueprints for your weapon upgrade are ready, Interloper. Have you improved your scanning equipment yet? Yeah, I have. The technician gives me blueprints for weapon upgrades, but as they pass them to me, an alert begins to sound on their terminal. Their search is almost complete. A scan has found something. That you chose this world of all worlds to make your home out of infinite possibilities. I did not think it was possible, but my scans have uncovered the truth. Null themselves visited this place. We shall uncover their final words. Use your upgraded exocraft radar to locate this planet's abandoned structures. Bring me the nanite clusters contained within, and I will use them to forge a new acceleration module for the trials ahead. Viking claims that this Null, the namesake of their cult, once visited a planet. I cannot know if this is true. I walk through the worlds of ruin and wonder at these peoples, at their obsession with their past, at the hatred that tore them asunder. I wonder what the future might hold, what secrets might echo out through the hub of creation. The technician requires nanite clusters to initiate their final ritual. They have exocraft boosters waiting for my return. Okay. Tread carefully, traveler, in all abandoned things that rose or rot. Take the nanite clusters and leave before something notices your theft. Huh. Let me see if I seem to have already visited this one too. So if you want me to come back, I will. I've got nanite clusters anyway. Have you obtained the nanite clusters? The hour draws late and your exocraft boosters upgrade awaits. Well, sure, here I can spare some. The technician takes the nanite clusters. As they hold them, they appear to enter some strange trance. After a moment, it is done. There is a strange look behind their eyes. Officer Agzi informs me that they have taken communion with their ancestors. They know what they need to do.
Traveler, my work is complete. I have overridden the ley lines, charged the holy data. They have revealed to me a monolith, a tomb for the final prophecy. If you go there before the ley lines close off, you and you alone will uncover the truth behind my species, the mystery for which Nal died. A monolith has been activated. If I reach it quickly enough, I will gain this forbidden knowledge. Well, I accept. The technicians serve their holy purpose, driven to obliterate their own personality in pursuit of this very day, this very moment. I do not know if their sacrifice will be in vain. So I have another exocraft. I have to boost a monolith detected. It is 17 minutes away from here. If it wasn't so far away, and if I didn't have so little time to get there, I'd actually use the exocraft, but I can't find it. Here we go. Convergent monolith. I know the idea is to use the exocrafts, but this time, I guess because it took me 17 minutes to get there, and I thought it meant 17 minutes to walk there, to drive there as opposed to walk there. All right, here it is, the voice of Nal. I approach the monolith. I am engulfed in its terrible truth. I see its words in the text of 1,000 tongues and the ephemera of countless stars. Well, I'll submit. Know that I heard the word of Atlas where Herc heard nothing. I witnessed events that occurred millennia before my awakening. I see two Vy'keens standing before a red glow, asking it of the universe. Well, I'll submit to it again. In their rage and their impotent jealousy, Herc struck me from the mountain, and I saw the truth of what the monolith had said. That my end would be an awakening, that in this dream nothing should perish. I see a Gek and a Korvax waiting side by side before me, and before the vision ends I see a vision of something I have not seen before, of something that doesn't belong in this or any place, of hate, grief, despair, of something that is yet to come. Or so it would be until the coming of the last traveler, so it would be until the destruction of realities. Know this, the final testament of Nal. I see the end of time and the end of all things, and in that crimson light there is a figure, its hand held out before eternity. I see all this and it is over. The monolith has nothing more to show me. I leave, shaken by my experience. As I go I feel something right behind me, breathing, watching. When I turn it is gone. Let's back to the technician. I think I already visited this place too. Because otherwise, the vocabulary, or the knowledge stones wouldn't have been tripped.